Hi everyone, I'm Jill.
I'm Alice.
And this is Waterfront Wednesdays, brought to you by Boston Harbor Now. Have you ever been on a cruise?
Not yet. Have you?
Well, I grew up in Miami, which is the cruising capital of the world, so I've been on a few. I even had my quinceañera on a cruise.
See?
Yes, it was very fun. And I still get excited when I walk across the Reserve Channel and I see a 3 cruise day at Flynn Cruiseport Boston.
What's a 3 cruise day?
Well, it's when there's a cruise ship at all 3 of the berths.
Oh, that makes sense.
Right?
Maybe we should dive into today's topic.
Nice. So today we're going to talk about Flynn Cruiseport Boston. It's the Port of Boston's cruise terminal. It's located in South Boston along the Reserve Channel.
I thought it was called the Black Falcon Cruise Terminal.
A lot of people think that, and I think it's because recently, as of 2017, then State Representative Nick Collins proposed legislation to change the name to Flynn Cruiseport Boston in honor of former Mayor Raymond L. Flynn and his contributions to the city of Boston.
Oh, I only knew the history of the old name. So my understanding was in 1953, there was a Norwegian ship called the Black Falcon that was docked there. It caught on fire and 8 Boston longshoremen died. So it was named in their honor.
Correct. And people still actually call it Black Falcon. So now that we've got the name down, let's talk a little bit about the owner and operator and the activities that go on at Cruiseport.
Owner-operator, not surprisingly, Massport, the Massachusetts Port Authority. And when it first opened in 1986, Massport welcomed just 13 cruise ships and about 10,000 passengers to the port.
And we've talked about this before, but it bears repeating that the cruise economy is a really important part of the economic success of Boston and the Commonwealth. So when we talk about cruise operations at Massport, we're talking about 950 direct jobs and $25 million in local, state, and federal tax revenue.
Wow. The Cruise Line International Association,
they know their stuff.
They do, has estimated that the global cruise industry has contributed about $486 million to the Massachusetts economy.
That's really impressive, and part of why it's thriving is because Massport decided to really invest in upgrading the World War I warehouse to a welcoming space for ocean-going vacationers, and that was about in 2010.
So that $11 million renovation, plus another $3 million renovation in 2015, has really made it, when you're there, that you feel like you're at a really nice airport lounge too. So you've got all the right heating and ventilation and Wi-Fi and places to shop and eat. It's got that whole experience.
You're ready for vacation. But the experience is more than just the berth and the buildings, right? It's also run really effectively by Massport staff and longshoremen. And the longshoremen are a really key part of making it a seamless experience. They do everything from setting up gangways, to managing them, to unloading trucks, to taking the luggage from curbside to ship, and they even do some of the paperwork.
It's really important for the 4 cruise lines that call Boston their home port.
And that's Holland America, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, and Seabourn.
Unlike a port of call, which just means that Boston's a regular stop on the cruise itinerary for other companies.
And Boston currently has 20 cruise lines that are port of calls.
Wow. All of those ports of call mean that last year, 2018, there were 380,000 passengers who stopped at the cruise port. Over 150 calls were made at the cruise port. And not only is that a huge increase from 1986, it was a 26% increase over just 2016.
That's incredible. And the cruise port last year added a trip from Boston to Cuba. So Holland America made 2 trips to Havana, which is totally on my bucket list.
Not quite as famous though, as the fact that the Cunard Lines bring an Independence Day cruise to Boston on their flagship Queen Mary II every July.
And thanks to Cunard's deep historic relationship with Boston, right? It was the company's first North American port call when they sailed the Britannia across the North Atlantic in 1840.
Wow. It might have even stopped in East Boston.
I think it did.
It might even be a topic for a future Waterfront Wednesday.
I think that would be a great idea. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Jill Valdez-Horwood.
I'm Alice Brown.
Follow us at Harbor Horwood
or at Ferry Ferry.
And if you like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and throw us a like.
Or leave a comment below. Tell us about a place that you've taken a cruise to, or give us ideas for future episodes. We'll see you at the cruise port.